Kids outside is so important because kids are meant to like go outside and burn energy off and learn how to be around each other, to talk to each other. I'm a father, right? I have a 7-year-old son who is on devices all the time. And the kids outside to me means kids back outside playing and interacting and building social skills with each other. You know, that's important, and I feel like that's something that's lost, especially in North Portland here at George Park, because it's mainly a dog park at this point. And there's just this small play structure that you'll get tired of in 5 minutes, you know, and they've settled for this since the early 2000s, and it's been the same play structure there since I was a freshman in high school, and I'm 34 years old now. It's 20 years ago. There's clear deficiencies that are still present, and they haven't gotten with the times. We need to get with 2022.
I think that's why TKO and this improvement has been so embraced, is because people are recognizing, like, yeah, I saw this problem, I didn't know how to fix it. Like, there is no plan, right? There really is no plan for this part. We're not letting that be the roadblock, you know? Like, we're saying that, okay, there's no plan. Community, what's y'all's plan for this city? This is the plan.
I feel like that neighborhood right there is fractured. There's so many moving parts, right? There's houses being torn down, there's new houses being built up, and people are moving in there.
You got Roosevelt on one side, you got George Middle School on the other side,
James John Elementary on one side,
and then right down the other way you got Sitton Elementary. So you got a place that's like central for the youth, and then you look at what's around it and you would never know that that's the truth of it.
It's important that we're always taking care of the community and making sure that needs are met and meeting people where they're at. Especially in St. John's, North Portland, a lot of families get swept under the rug and opportunities aren't made for them.
St. John's, you know, it feels like its own world because it was never really supposed to be a part of the city in the first place. And so you can see that St. John's has been neglected, and like when you look around, you can see what's new. St. John's has been a place where the word that we put on it is like blue collar, but it's really like been a place where you put your black people and your Latino people and your poor white people in. You like put people over in a neighborhood, you forget about them.
I am of St. John's, Calhoun Ave, Seneca. I breathe that. One of the first stories that I was told was that my grandma was born on the same day that the St. John's Bridge in North Portland was dedicated. That was June 13th, 1931. So right there, my grandma in this neighborhood is synonymous. The reason why I'm doing this TKO Fest is because I'm not forgetting my neighborhood. I'm not forgetting Calhoun Ave. I'm not forgetting George Park. I'm not forgetting the kids that are just like me, man. The community poured in and helped me. What I need to give it right back. Because if I don't do that, I feel incomplete. It doesn't sit right with me. Me standing up for my section, my couple blocks, my whole neighborhood means everything for me. And it showed being on that stage, man. It showed being a person of this community and letting my voice boom through the blocks, you know, reverberating all the way down to Fessenden. It just meant so much because I'm like, I'm from here.
When there's somebody who is actually from the neighborhood, who has a story like Matt's, who like genuinely cares about it, who has so many people behind him, community like he was talking about behind him, I think the possibilities are pretty endless, truly. This is a place that has a strong culture, a strong history, but we should make it reflective of that. We shouldn't have it devoid of, one, resources and amenities, but also devoid of the culture that's here.
We're here at the Kids Outside. You know, it just feels important to be back here at ground zero of where it all started for me. I was up on stage and like everything from the start of this idea was flashing through my mind, bro, and I'm just trying to keep it together and remember my words. I have Saint up there, I have Mike up there, the people I started NBG with, right? I haven't seen them in the same place at this park in 20 years. I came a long way just as a person, somebody that had a drive and couple drives and passions, but I've leaned into this music thing and I've like dialed into this music thing, and this music has taken me to places that I never would have thought I've gone. And it's given me power to do things that I never thought I'd do, you know? And I thought that I had to be famous to do things. I thought I had to be famous to get my mom and grandma out of that house, to save their life. I thought I had to be famous to put on a music festival, right? But I didn't have to be famous. Just had to be resourceful, had to care, had to want to do it.
Just looking out and seeing that the park was full, and it was full of families, you know, and it was full of black and brown families and people who I assume were like new to the neighborhood, and just people who like came to show up and support this vision that we put out there. When you actually honor the people who are here, you don't have to put up tombstones. Like, you can actually put up things that people can see themselves in the flesh, you know?
It's great that the neighbors were willing to come out and be a part of rebuilding community. That shows that there is still hope in us reimagining this neighborhood. I love my community, and that's why I'm doing this so much for y'all. This is for y'all, this is for my kid, so he could see like, man, my dad made a difference in the neighborhood he came from. You know, that's what's beautiful about doing something that means something and pouring back into the community that helped prop me up. I've had some of my worst times on that street, but I've just had one of my best times on that street. You know, that was like one of the best moments of my life. That's why we're making noise right now. That's why we're bringing people together. You know, this TKO Fest Year 1 was just to start the conversation, but we're gonna continue to do the work throughout the year and every year until we get it right.